Shalom Israel, Pastor Corey here again with an update. I know it's been a while that we haven't had opportunity to really get on because, it's just been a huge transition since Brother Chris has, moved on, and just the things we have, had to do here in the ministry with, keeping the family intact. We've been having a lot of new people coming to visit, so we've been having a lot of new attendee events to really guard where we are, because we don't want everybody coming to our location and really not have nothing to want to do with the ministry if they are people who listen to Pastor Dow or somebody that have saw us or known somebody that was here and left, and they have dropped some salt out about who they thought we are, who they perceive that we are. Then we don't want folks coming out here. So we've been having some new attendee meetings out, in the city. And it's been great. We've been having a lot of people wanting to come. And, as far as business with what we do here and some of the projects that we're looking to do with the brothers, it's just been a lot getting everything organized and getting everybody on the same page and getting ready for Passover, and just, as a shepherd, keeping everybody in line spiritually, because you got to do that. Otherwise, we wouldn't need shepherds. Yah knew that we needed, because Israel is a stiff-necked people. All right, they are a rebellious house, and I mean it. Because when I look at, excuse me, some of the things that the saints put themselves through, just here and everywhere, not being able to abide in the confine that the Most High Yah gives us to operate in, people are in bondage. And so really, this video, I just want to, one, update you that, we're still living. We love you all. We love the saints. And we, here this spring, we're getting ready to do a lot of planting. We have a lot of plots and things laid out. We got some beehives that we're going to get out. And so we're going to be going through, updating the saints on some of those things. And we've learned more. We're doing more. And, so we just really want to serve in whatever capacity that we can, and also keep you all involved in the process of us growing and the things that's happening, so that it can encourage you all to continue to press on in the Most High and live a set-apart life. But particularly, this video is about filling voids. All right, now I want to talk to that, because there are many who, and I talk to people who come into the gym, people who are clients or partners, or people who are beginning to be in my life. And so the things that I found that is best to do is I share truth with them, but I share it in wisdom. And, it's amazing how the word says that Israel would be known as a nation full of wisdom because of this great Torah that Yah has given them. And it talks about that in Deuteronomy chapter 4, around verse 4 and 5. And so the Torah brings wisdom, and living for Yah brings wisdom. The words of Yahshua bring wisdom. And if you live by it, you're going to look like you have wisdom. And so what happens is that people come to you concerning things about gaining wisdom. And I had an interesting talk with a gentleman about circumstances that he have going on in his life concerning people who he's meeting and people who is coming in. Particularly, there are women, that he's trying to make decisions about. And so, the thing, like I told him, I said, because what I understand is that the women that, we meet in the ministry, these are different type of women, for the most part, that when you meet them, because if they are in the right ministry, if they are under the right leadership, then the word that's being taught, the word of Yah that's being taught, teaches us great things in terms of how we should function in and around people that are in the faith. And so we know that our women understand the difference in being whores versus being daughters of Zion. We know that they understand about, the things that are being taught about a women, tearing down a house with their bare hands. And so with that comes wisdom on how you act, how you treat one whom you desire to be your head. And so, but these women in the world, they don't understand that. These women in the world, they have a different philosophy, on how they're going to interact. And so what I was telling him, I said that's the difference in the type of women that we have in the ministry that we would see that are following the ways of the Most High, because they are understanding how to be meek in spirit and how to be humble and how to serve, versus the women in the world who have been with many men. They have been a part of many relationships. They have been broken because their fathers are not there. They have broken relationships because they're constantly clashing with their mothers, with parents. And so when you come into their life, you're not coming into life to lay down a platform for them to function within. You're coming in their life to be a void filler. All right. And so what void fillers end up doing, one, you end up being depressed. You end up being somebody who are always being used. You are fulfilling their purpose. As a man of Yah, as a Israelite, as somebody who should exhibit strength and lay down the platform and the guidelines for the household, you shouldn't be filling voids. All right. You should be adding to your house, just like Yah added to Adam's house when he gave him Havah, or Eve, for a help meet. So if you got somebody that you got to be a void filler, then you're help meeting her needs instead of her helping you meet your needs in fulfilling the will of the Most High Yah. And so it's not great. It's not good. Actually, it's ridiculous. It's foolish to be somebody who fills voids in these women's lives, because what you're going to end up doing is fulfilling roles such as being the boyfriend that, or being the husband that is going to give them all the Valentine extravaganzas that you can give. You're going to end up being somebody who come into their life to be their dad. You're going to come into their life and you're going to make up for somebody else who have hurt them extremely emotionally. So then you got to be the one that be there to pick them up emotionally every time that they get down, every time that they have a situation. They're not going to turn to prayer. They're not going to fall on their faces and seek the Most High Yah and give it over to them. They're going to have a lot of circumstances that you are going to have to feel as a void feeler. And so you don't want to be a void feeler. And I just talked to him from that standpoint of wisdom and knowing that, Yah has things that he wants us to do as men, such as it talk about in Sirach, about, sticking closely to your daughter, guarding her closely, keeping close watch on her. Why? Because the first moment she get free, ain't no telling what she gonna do. It talks about women who fills their quiver with many arrows. And so when you have women like that who have had all of these many experiences, then you're going to forever be trying to do all that you can to keep up with all the experiences that every guy gave her that put an arrow in her quiver. And you might not be able to fulfill that, but you the void filler. So you're going to have to do something about that situation because you chose to be that. See, myself, I would never choose a woman like that, not having the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that I received over the years in coming to the faith. See, that's the thing about being in the covenant and being in the faith, is that you learn what Yah expects, because we have a study right now that we're talking about the consummation of marriage to Yah. And in that is a spectrum of how all relationships should look across the board with the Most High Yah, which teaches us how to be in submission one to another in relationships with men, brothers and sisters, all right, with wives, husbands, okay, Yah, heads of households. It teaches that because there's things that you want to strive for to enter into the marriage feast at that great day. And so, looking at that, then I don't want to fulfill any of these things that these worldly women want you to become, because they don't understand. They'll never understand. And I look at just how women try to throw their weight around through trying to be sassy, and how they try to come back, and because they have been hurt, and because things have not been great in their lives, then they take it out on the next man, and they will run you in the ground. So with this word, do not allow yourself to fall subject to being a void filler. Hey, I'm Pastor Corey here. I just wanted to come on and do an update. I know it's been a while. I'm just glad to be here. Hey, I'm just humping, getting it done, because the Most High Yah has a lot of great things in store. Hey, I'm not a big talker. I just tell you what, just keep watching, because when the testimonies get great, just remember, I am not one to try to sell you on something. I'm just going to go out and do what it is, because I believe in the Most High Yah. In fact, here in a minute, I'm letting my wife get squared away, because I'm going to share a very, very great testimony of healing and deliverance with you all concerning what happened, after I received a phone call early this morning about 5 a.m. So I want you all to stay tuned, and just keep watching. We here. We're going to be adding more videos. We love y'all. We ain't forgot about nobody. We just getting geared up for Passover. So we're excited. Been on the phone with my pastor, Pastor Dow, man. He doing a great job, man. Just, keeping the saints in line. So all that foolishness and all that crap out there that people are speaking on our pastor, give no place to the devil, because we don't have time for it. We are just going to keep on doing what we do, and let the Most High Yah deal with those who are in opposition to the ones whom he has raised up to lead us in the ways that we should go, man, because we are called to do this. And this ain't something that you sign up for. It's just the Most High calling his own, our lives, and all we can do as, shepherds, as a ra'ah, all you can do is, just put yourself in position through continued prayer, fasting, and seeking the face of the Most High Yah, that you do with what he give you to do according to his people, the great things that he said he would do in the midst of them. And so that's what we're sharing. I want to share that. And some of y'all, I see you all out there. If it be Yahweh's will, I see you at Pesach, 2017. Great things going on. Hands getting laid on. All the good stuff that the Most High Yah do, man. Y'all know how he do it. And I can't wait. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Shalom, shalom.